Lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
Remote to the station shortly, so if you maybe catch this towards the end, never fear. As soon as it's over, we'll get it up on the main server and you guys can hear the broadcast in its entirety. Sorry, I still have way too much blood in the caffeine stream. All right.
Doing a much better job at it, so we're finding new ways to do it and kind of example. Happy hours and things like that, just to get people maybe on their way home to stop by for a few minutes to talk to people and hear a speaker or something along those lines. As a state organization, we do a few events ourselves, but really what we're trying to do is establish county organizations where people can do it close to home. So you're not driving someplace far off and it's not inconvenient for you to get there. And then we're also trying to incorporate some community service, and Andrew actually runs the community service side.
We're actually got an event coming up June 20th, and we're going to be helping out the YWCA, and we're going to help them do some landscaping and stuff, make it look nicer for the ladies that they serve there. And then we're also going to be working with the Hope Pregnancy Center later in the year because we want to take care of babies and stuff. And so, we're trying to get the group out involved in the community so that people realize that we exist, because there's still people coming up saying, "Oh, we didn't know the Young Republicans were doing anything." And we also want to let the community know, Republicans aren't jerks. We actually care, and I mean, we've had some good response from people wanting to help out and stuff. So it's a good way for people to do something good, and just get together and know each other.
My philosophy as the state chairman is basically to do the most we can with cities and counties, because a core principle of republicanism is local government and being as local as you can be. There are a lot of projects we want to see and try to get done at the state level, but the biggest project for me, once we establish some of the issues with credibility and basically longevity, staying power for the state organization, is to establish county organizations so people can engage in their communities where they're at. And not necessarily at the state level, but our job is to help them engage and create those kinds of communities.
Absolutely, and those are really great. I think those are things that I would be drawn towards as a young conservative. One thing that those things do require is funding. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have issues with funding, or do you find that young Republicans are willing to give freely what they can? Obviously, it's not a time where you're usually rolling in six figures in your career, but, you know.
We do get some from young Republicans, but honestly, a majority of our support comes from outside of that, elected officials and party officials who want to see a better engagement with this age group, because it's like I said in the beginning, it's traditionally a challenge to engage that age group, and they're looking for ways to do it. They see us actually out there working, finding ways to engage and actually engaging, and they're willing to put money behind that. Right now we're not doing any major fundraisers, but over the summer I think that's going to change. We're looking at some issues internally, and then we're probably going to start to beef up the fundraising. And most of that will really go toward social media and doing engagement with messaging, because our biggest issue in messaging and fundraising go hand in hand. Our biggest issue is messaging, because we're fighting really what is a liberal bias amongst the millennials, and we want to have a voice that will counter that, and that takes money. Unfortunately, that's how the world runs. So.
It is true. Money does make the world go round. So.
Absolutely, and as you were talking about with the liberal bias, not just with young people, but it's also something that we face in media, whether it be social or mass media. Do you guys specifically go out and endorse specific candidates? Or are you equal opportunity conservatives?
Well, especially when it comes to primaries, we don't endorse, we haven't had the situation yet, even where we endorse it in the general. It's not that we're against it, it's just a practice that we haven't taken on yet because we are not a PAC. We're more of a social group in our structure right now. So we talk more about principles and issues and engaging the age group more than we do specific candidates.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll tell people if there's a candidate needing help, but we don't specifically endorse people. So,
Absolutely.
No, I mean, actually, I actually like that approach because, you know, with you guys, basically the way you're set up, if you start trying to endorse particular candidates, you're going to run some people off, right? Because then they're going to be like, well, these guys only like this guy, and that's not my guy. So, I don't know where I want to go from here.
We're trying to shrink government, not our group, so.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good way to look at it, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I think one of the biggest issues with the youth is not so much a political issue as far as the desire, but strictly a principle issue, and they're not finding where their values line up. So I think that's a good approach to take with that. Do you face any challenges with mixed principles, such as someone who is maybe small government but pro-choice? So. No, you guys, any final remarks on what you'd like to send out into the land of
Check us
conservatives?
out. We're on Facebook, like I said, OK Young Republicans. We also have a webpage, which is the same thing, okyoungrepublicans.com. We're also on Twitter, the official OKYR. Andrew?
for word to use every show. Get off your butt, get off the couch, put down the remote, get involved.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, it's been our pleasure. You guys take care.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you have a tips?
Yeah, over there.
Okay, good. I don't know if you ran into him yesterday or not, but there's a